In this video, I'm going to share with you one simple change you can make to a chord that can transform the entire song that you're playing. And if you watch until the end, I'm going to present you with a special surprise that will help you further your piano playing. So when it comes to playing chords, actually before I get into it, if you are a first-time viewer of my channel, if you're a complete beginner, this is who this video is for. So if you've never learned the piano, just keep in mind that C is the white key to the left of the two black keys, and it goes D, E, F, G, and then after G, it goes A, like the alphabet, B, and then the next C. So all the piano is just C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, all over again. So we'll be using these keys as a way for me to show you the example I'm going to give to you today. So for those who don't understand what chords are, a chord, well, there's different types of chords. I'll give you an example of what a chord can be. So let's take C, for example. We take C with our thumb. We can take E and use our middle finger to play E. And then we can play G with our pinky. And if we play all three of those notes together, we come up with a chord. Right? So we can play these different types of chords to put songs together. So all I'm doing here is I'm taking a chord. Let's say if I take a bottom chord with my left hand, or a bottom note with my left hand, and I start with my pinky, and whatever note that I start with, I skip a key and use my middle finger to play that key, and then I skip another white key to play with my thumb. Obviously, chords are a little bit more complicated than that, but again, this is for complete beginners. So I can start with any key at the bottom of my pinky and then just skip a key and skip a key, and I make one type of chord, an easy chord, right? So I can do like this. Right? And you might have heard that little bit of an echo. I used the pedal for playing the song. And the pedal could be a totally different video. But the example I wanted to give today, now normally for complete beginners, one of the ways that you would play a chord is there's different types of terms for it, but one way is called block chords. And what I mean by that is when you play a chord, right, the normal way, or one of the simpler ways to play a chord, is to play all of the notes of that chord at the same time. So I'm going to use green sleeves as an example for this video. So we'll start with the A minor chord, right, which will start with our pinky on A, our middle finger on C, and our thumb on E, and we'll play all of those notes at the same time, right? And all we're going to do is go down a key where our pinky is going to go to G, our middle finger is going to go to B, and our thumb is going to go to D. Then we're going to just step down again to the F chord, which is the pinky is going to go to F. We're going to use our middle finger to play A, and our thumb is going to play C. And then for this one, we're going to add a black key, right? So we're going to start with our pinky here on E, and we're going to just take our middle finger and play this black key here, which is where the three black keys are. It's the one in the middle. We're going to give it A flat or a G sharp. Both of those are the same, or referring to the same note. So, and then we're going to have our thumb on B, and we're going to have this chord. So if I'm playing block chords, that means for each chord that I'm playing all three notes of the chord at the same time. So if I were to add the right hand, and don't worry about how the right hand looks in terms of melody, I just want you to hear how it sounds. That's how a song would sound if you were to use block chords. So I'm just giving you the basic example of how chords are normally played, again, if you're a complete beginner. And before I get into the one way that you can transform, or the one simple change you can use to transform this whole song by using the same exact notes, the same exact chords, I do want to bring to your attention that I do have a free piano in 3 steps video that you can access. Is for complete beginners. If you want to get into the door of learning piano, that 3-step video will be a perfect fit for you. The link in the description, or the link for that free video, is in the description box, and make sure that you sign up for that free video before you leave this tutorial. So now, what I'm going to do with these same exact chords, right? The A minor, G major, F major, E major, I'm going to do what is called arpeggiate the chords. So what does that mean? Now, arpeggiating, all you're really doing is you're just breaking up the notes in the chords. So instead of playing them at the same time, you're going to play them individually, where you're giving the chord the illusion of movement, right? So there's different ways you can arpeggiate a chord. I'm just going to give you one example of how you can arpeggiate a chord. So instead of me playing A, C, and E for this chord all at the same time, I could just go A, C, E, A, C, E. So you see how I broke them up as opposed to playing them all at the same time, right? So arpeggiating, again, is to break up the song, and you'll hear how it transforms the sound of the song once I put it all together. So I would do, in this example, A, C, E 2 times. And then I would go to the next chord and do the exact same pattern. I would go G, B, D, G, B, D. And then I would go down to the next chord, which is the F chord, A, C, E, A, C, E. And then that final chord where I have the E, the A flat, or I guess you could say E, the G sharp, and the B chord, I would just do the same, or the B note, I would do the exact same thing. So now I have this pattern going. So what would that sound like once I add the sustain pedal, which is this little foot pedal at the bottom of the piano? Again, I'll do a whole other video on how to use the sustain pedal. But again, I just want you to hear how it sounds versus if I were to play it with the block chords. Here's how it would sound. If I were to break it up or arpeggiate it, it would sound like this. Right? Now, what if I add the melody to it? I'm going to add the melody. I'm going to play the block chord version first, and I'm going to play it with the arpeggiated chords so you can hear how it changes the energy of the song as you play it. So this is with block chords. If I were to arpeggiate it, listen to how it changes the song almost completely without me changing the notes. Now, obviously, there is a little bit of coordination that's going to have to come with arpeggiating chords and adding the melody. But again, this is just me demonstrating to you how you can make a simple change to a chord that can change the energy of a song. And the reason why arpeggiated chords make a song sound different is because it kind of gives, again, the illusion that the song has a bit more movement versus like you're kind of just sitting on the notes for a long period of time. If you make the notes move, it gives the song, or pushes the song a little bit more forward. It gives the song a bit of a fuller sound. So that is an example of how you can change chords without changing the actual notes themselves, or without changing the chords. You can make that one simple change and give the song a completely different, more fun type of energy. So if you are still watching, I do have another video that I did promise you, or a surprise at the end of this video, where I have a video on how you can 10 times your speed on the left hand. I will provide the link to that video somewhere either at the top left or top right of this video. So if this was helpful, please like, comment, and share, and also be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bar. I usually post up videos between once or twice a week to keep you having fresh content and fresh tutorials to continue learning your piano, or just continuing your piano journey. So thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.